Mm. Siami family. You already know what to do, right? Come in, share the video, right? Um, we're just gonna look at little small things, just a little bit. I'm telling you, as sure as the sun shines in Arizona, I don't know about y'all places, but the sun shines over here all year round. So, as sure as the sun shines all year round here in Arizona, dang on it, you gonna be tested on what you say. You are going to be tried on what you have proclaimed. That is a given. You ain't got to guess about it. Dang on it is going to happen. If you said it, then the Father has every right to allow you to be tested upon what you said you believe. And I could show many scriptures, and I probably ain't gonna show many scriptures today, but I'm just gonna show a few to back up what we say. You know what I'm saying? Just, just gonna do that. So hopefully everyone is having a chill day today or whatnot. It's not really too strenuous over people. You know what I'm saying? And over here, pretty much chilling. Yeah, until I have to start cooking and grilling. You know what I'm saying? But that's like almost every day, right? But it's gonna be more and more stuff like this because it needs to be. Just saying. The more we're nearing the end, well, forget nearing the end. We are already at the end. Right? It's what it is. There's no coming back from that, right? So the call part 5 is still being worked on, but it's gonna be an aspect in there that's gonna be that, that mind blowing. Like you heard it, but you ain't heard it. You saw it, but you didn't see it. But hopefully, I can make it super duper plain. Headed to the gym in a little bit. All right. Let's kick this off already. Y'all know what it is. Let's get the theme song going, right? I'm gonna add something to the theme song. I'm gonna have to. That way, it's in every single video, just as this is in. Right. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fire for real. Like literally fire. You're gonna get with it or you're gonna see fire. One of the two is just this is how it's gonna be. You don't get with the car part 5, you're gonna see fire. Fire and brimstone as well.
are the Psalms.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works, in death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful or dirty-minded or who murders or is sexually immoral or uses witchcraft or worships idols or tell lies. They will be thrown into that lake of fire and burning sulfur. This is the second death.
Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Hey, Yahuwah says we your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Multitude like your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit.
Beats by all the Psalms.
Yeah. Truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors. Hey, when you learn the truth, it will set you free. Many are held captive, stolen identity. But let me just shoot the breeze, release you from Satan's squeeze. He's all like enemies, no matter the color you see. That truth frame, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, yeah, yeah, truth colors.
All right, look. Salute to everyone watching by Truth Colors. You see y'all Congo Facebook page. Salute to everyone watching by y'all Congo. Yata Yahoo Facebook page. Salute to everyone watching by Left Ship to Human RA Facebook page. Salute to everyone watching by Truth Colors YouTube channel. Salute to everyone watching by Goshen Black YouTube channel. Salute to everyone watching by We Are Bantu Periscope TV. And salute to Goshen. And salute to Micah and Michaela. Daddy loves you. My name is King Music, and this is another session of Truth Colors. All right. There's something that Father may His will be done on the earth as it is in the Shamayim, or is where He reigns over the heaven and the earth. Many people are reaching out to the universe, asking the universe to give them things, give them cars, houses, husband, wives. Many people are getting into this universalistic thing. And this is going to tie into science. They just don't know they're being set up. So anyone calling one any other thing other than what the Father has prescribed, they're going to be the ones who's going to take the mark. The mark is going to signify one thing: you are not His. So if you're not owned by Yah, there is no other ownership but the beast. The people are getting it twisted. They're getting caught up because they see this. They see my flesh. But my testimony stands sure. There's only one thing you're going to be owned by: either the Father or you're going to be owned by the beast. There's nothing outside of that. They didn't say I'm going to be owned by myself. If you're owned by yourself, then you're owned by the beast, because you're leaning to your own understanding, which is going to come from the beast. There's only one way to go: owned by Yah or the beast. That's it. You can't make two choices. Oh, I'm going to be owned by Yah and owned by the beast. I'm going to be owned by Yah, but I'm going to do my own thing. They don't work. So everything is being narrowed down to one thing: ownership. Now, people may not like this. Why? Because it's the truth. I ain't gonna be owned by nobody. Well, I guess when the Father made the world, He left you out of that equation and said you were exempt. So then in that case, go on and have your wonderful illusion. Good luck on that. And I don't believe in luck, so good luck on that. How that works. I hope everything works out the way you have determined it. But the Father's already laid plain and simple what's before us. Owned by Him or not. And that's just what it is, right? So we ain't gotta make this up. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hold on, let me see. And that's just what it is. Yeah, y'all can hear me. All right, cool. Now, I know we have been taught many different things, and so therefore, what's happening with a lot of us is happening up here. So what do we do when we have different words competing against what the word has said? The Bible says we are to cast down thoughts, imagination, and everything that exalts itself higher than the knowledge of the word. People are not doing that. So a thought comes to people's mind, they be like, is that you, young? Yes, it must be, because the only person who can talk to me is the Most High, because I'm his. No, you need to weigh it out with the word. What does the word say? If it doesn't line up with the scriptures, it's not from him. It's to be torn down. Even though it came from your own mind, even though it might be a vision, even though it might be a dream, does it line up with the Father has said? If it does not, we pull down strongholds. Let's go look at that real quick. This is what it means by my sheep knows and hears my voice, and a stranger's voice they will not follow. How is that? Because number one, when different stuff comes up opposite of what the Father has said, they're gonna put it to the test. Like, wait a minute, hold up. You said what? Okay. I hear you. Let's put that to the test. Let's test that out, shall we? That's what they're gonna say. Let's test that out. Like we do all the time, right? Let's put it to the test. People are like, why you always talking about the word? Because dang on, that's what we're supposed to be talking about already. You don't even have regular conversation. Nope, not really, I don't. Why? Because I ain't supposed to lean to my own understanding. I can show you other words that says, look at this. Where many words are, when words are many, sin is not lacking. So he who controls his speech is wise. Meaning what? Notice it doesn't say where my words are many, sin is not lacking. It didn't say that. It literally says when words are many. It didn't say the word, because the word of Yah is not sin. So if you're speaking the word all day long, guess what? You are not in sin. But when words are many, sin is not absent. Why is it sin not absent? Because these things are coming from, watch this, leaning to your own understanding. When you lean to your own understanding, the scriptures already said, don't do it. Therefore, sin is not lacking. Look what it says. Trust in Yah with all your heart. That'll be his word too, right? So if you're speaking his word all day long, you're trusting in Yah and you're not leaning to your own understanding. You're trusting in the word, right? In all your ways, submit to him. And he will what? Make your path straight. So if you're speaking the word all day long, then guess what? Your paths are being made straight. But if you're leaning to your own understanding, then it goes into what? Where words are many, sin is not absent. So when you lean to your own understanding, what happens to you? Your paths are being made crooked. But how do you do that to keep it? I had this thought in my mind. What am I supposed to do? Cast down thoughts. What? And imaginations. Are you serious? As a heart attack. Casting down, throw down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yah. What's the knowledge of Yah? The word. And bringing, watch this, hold on, make a slave every thought to the obedience of the word. Ooh. We just can't have a civil conversation at all. Look at this. Think, imaginations, or reasoning. That's your perceptions. You put the cast down imaginations or your perceptions, anything that exalts itself higher, that means it's higher than what the Father said. And I'm going to show you these things. When we did not do these things, what happened to us? Right? Look at this. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the carnal mind. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, meaning what? Us leaning to our own understanding, but mighty through Yah to the pulling down of what? Strongholds. So your own thinking becomes a stronghold. But I felt this. I was emotional about this. So what? Doesn't line up with the word. I'm going to show you where your emotions can come from as well. You savor, look at this, the things that be of man. But he was feeling so emotional. Peter was feeling emotional. He got emotional for a minute. Matthew chapter 16, verse 23. Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. Wait a minute, hold on. Who was he rebuking? Who was he rebuking? The people down the street. Let's see who is Peter rebuking. He got a little beside himself. Hold on, let's see who is Peter rebuking over here. It said he just rebuked somebody. Peter began to rebuke. Is that his teacher he rebuking? Let me go look at him. Let me go see. Look, watch this. I want to show you how easy it is. Just because you have the right words to come out your mouth, don't mean that it's always the Father. Look at this. Peter's confession of the word, right? So when the Messiah came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, "Whom do men say that the Son of Man is?" And they said, "Some say that thou art John the Baptist. Some said Isaiah or Elijah. And others says Jeremiah or one of the prophets." But watch this. What he says, okay, that's what other people say. But do you have to understand it in yourself? Has it been revealed to you? He said unto them, "But whom say ye that I am?" And Simon Peter answered and said, "Thou art" what? The Messiah. Thou art the anointed one. Thou art the one who was sent to come, the Son of the living Yah. And the Messiah answered and said unto him, "Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not," watch this, "for flesh and blood, for man have not revealed this unto you, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say unto thee, thou art Peter, and upon this revelation that my Father give to you, I will build my people. And the gates," Bill Melinda Gates foundation, that's from hell, "shall not prevail against it." You see how that makes sense now in our day? "And I will give unto you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatsoever you shall loose on the earth shall be loosed in heaven." So whatever you permit on the earth is only what is permitted also in heaven, right? "Then charged he the disciples that they should tell no man that he was the Messiah brought forth in the flesh." Now watch this. Now the Messiah predicts his own death and resurrection. So now he's like, all right, we done got that out the way. It's cool. I done, since school is still in, let me show you some other things that I must suffer, okay? Let's go. "From that time forth, the Messiah began to show forth unto his disciples how he must go into Jerusalem." Hey, man, saying, all right, so I am who I am. I'm going to go to Jerusalem, and then I'm going to be handed over to sinners. See what happens. So he in the midst of his conversation telling them, like, how he must go into Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes. Look, they hate me, man. All right. I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you the truth. But the scribes and Pharisees, they hate my guts. And one day, they're going to kill me. What does Peter say? He says they hate me. So like the elders and the chief priests and scribes and be killed. So he's going to be killed by what? Watch this. The teachers of the people. That's the elders. He's going to suffer many things of the elders, which is the teachers of Torah, who don't agree with him, and the chief priests and the scribes. The scribes are writers. They're teachers. He's talking about the leaders. I'm going to be killed by Isolele's leaders. Ooh, and the plot thickens. They're not going to agree with my teaching, and therefore, they're going to kill me. Sound familiar yet? Sound familiar? Just saying. "And suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, And watch this, and be raised again the third day. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him. What are you talking about? Saying, be it far from me. That ain't gonna ever happen to you. You're gonna stay right here and you're gonna live a long, prosperous life. It sounds good though. Sounds very positive. It's like the Messiah speaking some negative thing. Man, you just brought our whole spirits down with this depressing story. You know what I'm saying? We just found out you the son of Yah. Now you're talking about you gotta die. What? Be that far from you. We don't want to hear that. You're gonna live forever, King. Watch this. Be it far from thee. And then he says, Adonai, this shall not. What's it? Oh, now he done went a little bit far. Like he is prophesying something else. He done got into the prophet's mantle and began to say other words. So he has this deep revelation. Hey, you the son of Yah. And now he knows, and now the Messiah's like, all right, now the son of Yah's got to die. And then Peter was like, be that far from you. You know what? You're going to stay with us forever, okay? And then on top of that, this shall not come to pass. Now he's speaking against the word. Literally. He just called the word a lie. That's what rebuke means. Rebuke means to correct. Let me show you what it means. When people say I rebuke, people be saying I rebuke you, Satan, and don't even know what rebuke means. It means I correct you. I correct you, Satan. She had rebuked him for drinking too much. She showed him reproach. I meant she corrected him. She chastised. She upbraided. When you say I rebuke you, you're saying I correct you. When people say that I stand corrected, that's exactly what it means. It says choose someone's behind. The opposite of it is to praise, compliment, commend, reproof, which means to correct. Lecture. Look at this. Do you know the word, wow, correction or reproof is a rap? Wow. Rapping is correction. No wonder why the world hates it. Remember Eminem, White America. There's a white boy correcting them. And what they did, rebuke is rapping. Woo!
Rebuke.
Express sharp disapproval or criticism of someone because of their behavior or actions. And rap is included with it. Popular music, rap, and it literally means to strike. Watch this. Isaiah 11 says he will strike the. You can't make this stuff up. He will strike the earth with the breath of his lips. It literally said he will rap. Are you serious? I told him, man, Father, each time we come on here, we learn something new every single time, baby. I wasn't even going there. What in the world? Are you serious? And I said the plays is coming through the music. Are you serious? What? You can't make this stuff up even if you wanted to. Rebuke is to rap. Are you serious? Mike, the earth with the rod of his mouth and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. Are you serious? Strike is the same thing as smite. Rebuke, weapon, reproach, scold, admonish, reprove, pound, hammer is not my word like a hammer that breaks the rocks in pieces. Are you serious? And I told you I went to sleep and I would wake up with rap tunes in my head with rap lyrics when they were saying in the Christian church that it was wrong. Wow. 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 Is not my word like fire, declares Yah, and like a hammer that smashes a rock. He's using the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Rat, hit, strike, bang, thump, knock, whack, crack, bash, smite, smite. Dude, I'm almost about to get off of here. I'm about to go run somewhere. I need to go to the gym and work out. This is too much. It's too much. The heck? This happened. Rebuke. Rapid audible blows. Especially in order to attract attention. Strike a hard surface with a series of rapid audible blows.
Rap.
So the king right here says you must be a rapper. Judah, praise. Then what's my name again, people? Music. How do you make that fit? Wow. Only the Father could do that. Where everything has a balance to it and it's like boom, 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 boom. Now. Dude, all praises. And the spirit of Yah shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom, understanding, the spirit of counsel, might, the spirit of knowledge, and the fear of Yah. That want to hear one of my songs? Let me hear you. It's called Take Me As I Am. Let's put that on real quick. Check it here, Isaiah 11, and me up here praying the prayer of it and didn't even know I was praying it. Let's do it. Take me as I am. Can I find that? You won't let me do it? Let me try it again. Let's try that again. Try that again. Take me as I am. Here you are. This is the song that got me here to AZ. Now this is the one I did with Etana. You know what? I have another one that I did with Lindsay. And I don't know if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Anybody want to hear Take Me As I Am? I'm supposed to be putting on that album. This is just too much right here. It's too much. This is crazy. This, I'm not even gonna say that. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Man, we all come to the Lord. And none of us got here by our own strength. We needed grace of God and the blood of Jesus Christ to save us. Look, fill me with your dreams, your visions, your thoughts, your words. I wanna write what you deposit into my heart. Show me your ways on how to live. Teach me your ways on how to forgive. Speak only what is right.
All right, for those who didn't catch that, the word said right there, and Take Me As I Am, which was written back in 2008. They get me here to Arizona. Father told me to come to Arizona. I was like, no, it's not anything. That was in 2006. It took me 2008 to get here. The first words I said to Father, this was written as like a literal lesson. So it was like different notes I've been writing throughout the day. You know, the Father speaks. You write this little note right here and there. Oh, it's a powerful word. You write it down. Then you have another note, just write it down. The Father said, come to Arizona. I was like, no. Then after a while, Father just stopped speaking. I was like, Father, every single time you talk to me, why are you always telling me to come to Arizona? I said, could you please tell me stop? Could you please stop talking to me about Arizona? The Father just stopped talking to me, period. So then I was like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna say nothing else. He just started giving me different notes. And then next you know, I was sitting at the keyboard and I made this beat. It's a nice little beat. I was like, this beat is fire. And I was like, I wonder what the words are. Father was like, see those notes over there? Go grab them. They fit to the song. I had like 5 or 6 pages. Went through, grabbed them. He said, now rap to it. Rap to it. He told me, rap to it. Listen to that. What is he about to do? He about to smite me. He about to smite me with my own words. I'm about to knock out the spirit of disobedience out of you right now. With your own words, with your own mouth. Smite you. Look what I say in my mouth. First words. Fill me with your dreams, your thoughts, your words. I want to write what you deposit into my heart. What's my name again? Heart of Songs. Next verse. Show me your ways. Show me your ways on how to live. Teach me your ways on how to forgive. Speak only what is right. Speak only what is true. Don't become careless with the words that I use. Make sense yet? Literally Isaiah 11. And it will be upon him as what? The spirit of wisdom. And he would delight himself what? At the end? In the fear of Yah. After I sung this song for like 3 weeks straight. With no letter. Everywhere I went, I was just playing it. I couldn't tell the Father no. He smite me for my own words. This was his words. To bring me into submission. Many people who's in Arizona, who are here in Arizona, they got here after listening to the song as well. And I ain't coming to Arizona. Hey, send me the song, Take Me As I Am. They listen to the song. Let you know they're in Arizona. How'd I get here? Because they was in disobedience too. But then when they listened to the song of obedience, they came in. The very same thing that probably brought me in is going to probably bring the whole entire Isolele in. He's going to change your disobedience into obedience. And he's going to smite you with words. Song. My name is Heart of Songs. My name was given to me for a reason. It is literally the weapon that's being used against the nation and against Isolele. Period. Who else on this earth with the name Heart of Songs? Who else with who's the name Music? Not Music Soul Child, but Music. And the Father tells you that's your real name. And you've been had the name David since you was little. Make that make sense. Better yet, make that not make sense. Every single time, man. Every single time. As soon as I think like, whoop, it's just gonna be this. Nope. He always come through and blow the lid off. You know what? Forget what they talking about. I'm going to blow the lid off this month. Blow the lid off. My top is broken. Look at this. And the spirit of Yah shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom, understanding, the spirit of counsel, and might, and the spirit of knowledge, and of the fear of Yah, and shall make him of quick understanding the fear of Yah, and he shall not judge at the sight of his eyes, neither improve after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, reprove the equity of the meek of the earth, and he shall smite, he shall rap to the earth with the rod of his mouth. He will smite the earth with rap. And with the breath of his lips, with his rap, shall he slay the wicked. I'm going to be saying death tunes to the wicked in songs. I'm going to rap you to death. But this is crap. I'm gonna send you to death with rap. The nations are gonna be judged with rap. The very same thing that they cursed and judged and said it's not good. This is too good. This is too good. This is the words.
Yeah. Man, we all come to the Lord broken and in need of his help. None of us can do this on our own. And none of us got here by our own strength. We needed grace of God and the blood of Jesus Christ to save us. Look, fill me with your dreams, your visions, your thoughts, your words. I wanna write what you deposit into my heart. Show me your ways on how to live. Teach me your ways on how to forgive. Speak only what is right, speak only what is true. Don't become careless with the words that I use. Use it wisely, speak life but truth. Not out of arrogance but from wisdom and love that comes from you. The mouth speaks from the abundance of the heart. Take my heart and form it, take my mind, transform it, take my will, conform it to your will.
Conform my will to your will.
Take me as I am, full of faults and blemishes. Put me in your hand and use me for your services. Whatever it might be, use me as you will. I long for your touch to be saved and healed. Take me as I am, full of faults and blemishes. Put me in your hand and use me for your services. Whatever it might be, use me as you will. I long for your touch to be saved and healed. The words we speak is like planted seeds that grow roots down into our lives like trees. Whether the words we speak brings death, whether the words we speak brings life, we'll have to give account for every idle word spoken. No joking, God is serious, it is written in his love letter. Some people just curse, they think the word sounds better. Or what about vows made unfulfilled? Gossipers, mockers, and scoffers, they get all self-willed. And negative disposition gives an altered outlook on life. But don't speak death, speak life. Yeah, speak life. Take me as I am, full of faults and blemishes. Put me in your hand and use me for your services. Whatever it might be, use me as you will. I long for your touch to be saved and healed. Take me as I am, full of faults and blemishes. Put me in your hand and use me for your services. Whatever it might be, use me as you will. I long for your touch to be saved and healed. God, you are the architect and we are your blueprints. Take me and tell me, break me, build me and mold me. Shake me, love me and save me, only as you can. For the power of life and death lies within your hands. You conquered death in the grave when you arose on the third day. On the cross you bled for our sins. From the grave you arose again with all might, power and glory. Worthy is the Lamb of God, to you belongs all the praise and all the glory. Choice is out the equation, praise is mandatory, and I refuse to let her I praise him. Stand in my place, I look forward to seeing you, my God, face to face one day. Hey, take me as I am, full of faults and blemishes. Put me in your hand and use me for your services. Whatever it might be, use me as you will. I long for your touch to be saved and healed. Take me as I am, full of faults and blemishes. Put me in your hand and use me for your services. Whatever it might be, use me as you will. I long for your touch to be saved and healed.
Wow. 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 That's gonna be on the album. It is. I'm gonna show you the album right now. The album cover. So, Father, I've been saying like, oh, what's the next album? I'm looking for artists now. So, see, we gotta be smiting the earth now. I'm gonna need some dope rappers. I'm gonna need you, baby. If you got a voice who can sing, the king needs you, baby. I need people who are in the realm of music. I am music, so I need you right now. All right? I need rappers. I need singers. I need writers. I need producers. It's time to shake the world with music. It's time to strike the earth with our gift. Our gift is going to make room for us. Give up that gold. Give up that silver. We about to strike the earth with our words, with our message. I can't do it by myself. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. The Father could do it by himself, but he doesn't even do it by himself either. He says he would do nothing on the earth without first letting his people know what he's about to do. So the king is in the same place. David didn't do nothing on his own. He had men who followed him. He didn't go and fight the whole war by himself, and David had a sword and won the war by himself. No, he had men following him. So the king needs you. We band together. It's not a one-man show. Even when Moses wasn't a one-man show with him, Aaron was with him. But the Father says, hey, those who stand with Moses, stand over here. Those who stand with Korah and them over there, stand over there. It was still Moses doing what he needed to do, but he still had a band of people to get it done. So I need people too. So I'm gonna show you what the album cover look like. So I was saying, like, the song, the whole new album coming out with is like Journey to Zion Part 2. I was sitting in court, I was like, I've been saying that for a while. People are like, what's the name? Journey to Zion Part 2. Just kept saying it. I'm just going off of the last instructions the Father gave me. The Father said, that's what he was like, your next album is not called Journey to Zion Part 2. Like, I can't give you a new name, so you know what I'm saying? He said it's called Sold Out. And he said the background is to be made black. Let me show you what we came up with. So he left other things right there for me to actually choose myself, right? Because he gives something to you, but he always leaves you to have your own, you know, your own creativity in with it as well. He didn't say I couldn't do no other thing with it. So I was like, fine, let's get it. Get it perfect, right? Oh, what happened to my screen? My screen just went a little bit black. Here it is. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Part of Psalms. Sold out, baby. Let's shake this world, family. Let's do it. Who's ready to overcome? Who's ready to let the world know what we about? Who's ready to strike the earth? Let them hear you. See, this is what obedience will do. It will bring forth the fruit that the Father's looking for. Every single time we lean to our own understanding, we literally delay the process of us getting up out of here. This is the title and the album cover of the new album that I'm working on. I already got a couple of songs already. Congo Arise, Arise Congo, that's going on there. I know that's going on there too. Take Me As I Am, that's going on there. Sold out. Why? Because the whole world's about to sell out to the beast. We need to be sold out to the Father, sold out to his purpose, sold out to his will. That's what I stand for. I'm showing you a person who is sold out to the Father's will, not to do my own thing, but his thing. And that's why I've been made a king over his people, because I'm sold out. I can't sell my soul. And look how I'm called music. The ones who actually be selling souls is in music. I am music. That's why it says he might have came from Lucifer, but he's owned by me. Sold out. S-O-U-L-E-D. Sold out. I don't lean to my own understanding. Only thing come about me is the word. Period. And I prove it every single time. Look at what the Father just did right now. He just blew this whole live up. Blew it up. What? My mind is like buzzing right now. Like seriously. Buzzing. I'm on buzz mode right now. I'm just buzzing. Like I'm buzzing right now. All right, so now let me show you. We all have had thoughts, imaginations that does not line up with the Father, right? So let me show you how you take care of that. Bam, right? The Messiah, he had that problem. He had to do it with Peter. So we're gonna go back to him. They said, Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. The Father put that there purposely, saying, "Be it far from you, Adonai. This shall not be unto thee." He's telling him. He's gonna tell the word what's not gonna be when it's written. But he turned, who? The word, and said unto Peter, "Get thee behind me, Satan, thou art an offense unto me. For you savorest not the things that be of Yah, but those that be of men." So that means the enemy's gonna always appeal to your humanity, always appeal to your emotions, always appeal to your feelings, always appeal to your thoughts, your ways, your perceptions, your reasonings. This is what I feel. I'm gonna speak my mind. That's what he's gonna always appeal to, you. But he's gonna leave out the things that belong to the Father. So he'll make you feel good about you, but you'll be in disobedience to the Father. You understand? Now watch this. Then the Messiah, let's put in here, then the word said unto his disciples, "If any man," and that means any man, "will come after me, let him do what? Deny his emotions, deny his feelings, deny his thoughts, deny his ways, deny his reasoning, deny his understanding. Let him deny himself and take up his stake and follow me." Meaning what? Do what the Father tell you to do. Do what the Father said to do. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of Yah. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited? Meaning, what do you gain? If he shall gain the whole world, yes, you gain notoriety. You gain the popularity of the people saying, "Attaboy, you told him, boy. You said that's the devil right there." You're not here. You kept saying like, "Oh, believe what he tell you." He said he came from Lucifer. But the Father named him Lucifer. He didn't name himself Lucifer. He became Satan through the fall. Just like we was called Isolele. And the Father divorced us because we began to fall. There's no difference. Just like Judas was picked to do what he was sent to do. But Judas' position was still a position. So therefore, when he failed, that position had to be fulfilled. The same thing we see going on in Revelation chapter 2. The position that Lucifer once held has to be filled. So riddle me this. Why would the Son say that the one who overcomes gets his position if Lucifer is bad? He wasn't. He became Satan when he began to lean to his own understanding. My thing is this. I believe Lucifer ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, just like he commanded or had Eve eat from that same tree. It says that you was perfect in all your ways until iniquity was found in you. Where did iniquity come from if he was made perfect? He had to come from somewhere. Now watch this. But what is the man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? The whole world has been eaten from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and they're about to take a big gulp of her. Now, let me show you what the tree of knowledge of good and evil is now. Now, what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Bear that unto you. There shall be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. That's you all. Many of you will not die until you see the Son of Man coming in his glory. And that's not me. That's the Messiah. Now, watch this. This is the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This is the culprit that no one wants to talk about. This is also the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They're all connected. Cortana is a virtual assistant developed by Microsoft, which uses the Bing search engine to perform tasks such as setting reminders and answering questions, all knowing, all powerful, all knowing. The tree of knowledge. What about this one? Siri. Guess what happens if you spell this backwards? It comes in as Iris, not Irish. Look at this. Siri. I-R-I-S. Not Irish, but Iris, which is what? The same thing as the I. What is the Irish and the I? There it is. This is Siri. The all-knowing, the all-seeing I. Siri, S-I-R-I, I-R-I-S. The all-seeing eye. It's the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Who wants some? All. Look, Iris, all-seeing eye. Who wants some? The Illuminati all through it, right? Who's good now? Everybody wants. Well, yeah, we got them for days, baby. This is Siri. If I tell you, like, ask Siri anything, and it would tell you. It got all this knowledge, but where's this knowledge coming from? What is Siri? What is Cortana? The tree of knowledge of good and evil. But the tree of knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. This is where man is headed to. Death. Ultimate death. Now, it's going to be Siri, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that's going to want to be worshipped. That is the image that the beast is going to give rise to. The image of the beast, think about it. So artificial intelligence will become in the form of what? Chip. All the information is contained on what? The chip. Where's the information coming from? The tree of knowledge of good and evil. So anyone who worships the beast and his image, which is the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Like, y'all getting this now? Or did I give you too much? Is it starting to make sense yet? Is it starting to click yet? Where we headed to? We're going right back to the garden because we never left. That's why he says, my sheep knows my voice. And a stranger voice, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, they will not follow. So everyone doing their own thing, you're not doing your own thing. You follow the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You're doing the very same thing that Adam and Eve did. There's no difference. Look what it said right here. And I fear least as the serpent deceived Eve in its subtlety, so your minds may be corrupted by the simplicity that's in the Messiah. How did he deceive Eve? By getting her to eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. There was no other way. He got her to lean to her own understanding outside of what the Father said to do. This is why we feel here. We keep leaning to our own understanding, not doing what he told us to do. The enemy told her, you will not die, the serpent told her. He said, if you disobey what the Father told you to do, you will not die. You'll become just like him. At what cost? He never told her at what cost. She never asked, okay, yeah, I'll become just like him. At what cost? What the word say again? But whosoever will save his life, that's what Eve was trying to do, shall lose it. Did she not lose her life? Yes, she did. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake, meaning what? Shall find it. What does that do? By obeying his word, you find your life. For what is a man profited? What do you gain? If you gain the whole world, she gained the whole world by receiving the tree of knowledge of good and evil. She received knowledge at what price? What did she gain from it? And she lost her soul in the process. Both of them. Or what shall a man give in exchange for a soul? All right, so you get this tree of knowledge of good and evil, but it never asks you, like, what am I losing in the process? What do I get? What do I receive? They already have eternal life. The only thing they can do now is lose it. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Does it make sense yet? So now Peter is caught up in the same thing. He's eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. When he said to the Messiah, be that far from you, Yah. Why? Because the Messiah has already told him what's going to happen to him. But then he comes with something different. Nuh-uh, that ain't what happened to you. Look what it says. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him. He began to correct the Messiah. Then be it far from you. What does the Messiah say? But he turned and said to him, Peter, get thee behind me, Satan. He called him the enemy. The spirit of the enemy now is flowing through you because you begin to lean to your own understanding now. Thou art in a what? Offense unto me. But he's saying all these good things that you're not going to die. You think that would be good vibes. Actually, these good words is actually a bad vibe. So we need to learn to cast down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the word and bring it into captivity, every thought to the obedience of the word and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience within us. When your obedience is fulfilled, the Father tells us how to get out of here. Do not defy my angel. Listen when he says how to get up out of here. This is how we get up out of here, period. Behold, I'm sending my angel before you to protect you along the way and bring you to the place I prepared. That's home. I'm going to send an angel as a leader to take you home. Pay attention to him. Do what he says do. And listen to what? His voice. Do not defy him, for he will not forgive rebellion. Why? Because he will see it as the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's what it is. since my authority is in him to strike the earth with the breath of his lips. Watch this. But if you will listen carefully to his voice and do, watch this, everything I say. So the Father says that his voice is what the Father is saying. He has placed his words in this angel's mouth. Watch what the Father becomes. I will be an enemy to your enemies and a foe to your foes. Watch everybody listen to this angel. The Father will literally strike America down, United Nations, and everyone else who's our enemies. The Father will begin to strike all people all over the earth down if everyone would just listen to what I say. Game over. But our people, and the enemy knows that's too simple. Our people are so stuck on, well, it's my mind, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Fine. So let me show you what our people have chosen to do and show you how wicked these things are, right? Let's bring it out, shall we? So I corrected some people a while back. So the Father told me to correct it. We're gonna look at this real quick. Do you see this man? This is his flag. And you can see him with his own flag. We ain't making it up, ain't no Photoshop. This is him with his own flag. This flag right here, and also one did was put some lions on the side of it. And said the Father told him to do this. Now let's read upon this man real quick, right? This is one of the most wickedest, evilest dictators Africa has ever had. And everyone knows it. Look, if you look him up, he was a sellout. He sold out to the white man. Sold out. And had Patrice assassinated along with another man. They were jealous of him to give the white man his positioning. So this dude sold out his own brother, had him assassinated to get in bed with white people. Look, this is his flag. The flag of betrayal. Let's read upon him. If you look at him, everyone knows. I talked to people over in the Congo. They was like, this dude was the most wickedest man ever. He had this man killed. Let me bring him out. Look at this. Flag of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It was another name at first before that. In 1971, President Mobutu Sese Seko changed the name of the country to the Republic of Zaire and created a new national flag, a green field bearing a yellow disc with an arm and a torch. Mobutu's regime was overthrown in 1997 by a revolutionary coalition under the leadership of Laurent Kabila, an admirer of the first prime minister of the independent Congo, Patrice Lumumba. Kabila ordered Lumumba's flag to replace that of Zaire's as of May 17, 1997. This, they give it to me, is Patrice. He was revered. He was assassinated. Look, Patrice Lumumba, in full Patrice Emery Lumumba, Born July 2nd, 1925, on Lula, Belgian, Congo, now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Died January 17, 1961, Katanga Province, African nationalist leader, the first prime minister of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, now called that. September 1960, forced out of office during a political crisis. He was assassinated a short time later. He was assassinated by the works of the one of the first flag I showed you. Now, could the Father have anything to do with that flag? Yeah. That's where it means by casting down thoughts and imagination that exalts itself. It was him. This man ordered Patrice death to be assassinated so he can take power. Look, in office, November 24th, 1965. Watch when he dies. September 7th, 1997. When did the Father come to me? October 7th, 1997. Literally a month after this evil reign of terror is dead, a month later, the Father comes to me and says, I come to him like a hero and I self-thought. Then the Messiah says to me on the same day, Andrew, it's time. Coincidence? No. He would set me up as the king right then and there. My time to reign. He told me who my people were on that day. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's your bloodline. October 7th, 1997. Literally a month after this evil dictator has died. You cannot make this stuff up. I am literally, by the Father's choice, has been made the leader over all Isolele. Before Isolele would even know who they are. 97, who knew who they were at that time? Who knew that they were Bantus? Who knew that they was connected to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Who knew? Surely not all of us. But the Father told me. And I wasn't leaning to my own understanding. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from his mouth. He told me, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's your bloodline. The Messiah says, Andrew, it's time. And I see myself aglow. It was the seal of Yah. And at the time of the seal of Yah, like a transfiguration, he told me to close my eyes. And that's when I seen the Messiah. And he said, Andrew, it's time. And I was given this commission. It's the same day I also went to hell and saw those who were in chains, which was the fallen. Coincidence? No. The same day also where I've seen the power of words. All these things took place on this day. And it would be months later where I'll receive the witness, which is the same thing as the Father crowning me or blessing me with his spirit. And the spirit of this will be upon him. And it will come with a language that people in the Congo can't even decipher. Because it's not from here. And the witness says, this world is not my home. But he said, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we are one. And now I have this logo where the Father says, this is a family portrait, which is this. And I tell everybody who's with us to rock it because the Father said so. Not because of me, but because of him. And many people think I'm just trying to start my own thing. I'm just being obedient. And I ask for everyone else to be obedient too. Just as I'm being obedient. As soon as it come up, here we go. This. Father says, this is a family portrait of me and you. Here I am. Here he is. Wherever you are, I'm there. Wherever I am, you are there. And then when you look at the root and the branch, you see how it goes together perfectly. Let me show you. I done did this so many times, it's not even funny. Look at this. Wherever I am, you are there. Wherever you are, I am there. None of these branches connects to the root directly. They connect to the root through the king, which is this branch, who is connected to the root. But one day, this branch is going to get as big as this root, and it's going to cover it completely. Then that's where it says the Messiah said he is the root and the branch of David. Because wherever I am, you are there. Wherever you are, I am there. I am in him and he is in me. You understand now how this works now. But this is you all. And every branch that does not produce fruit, the Father is the husbandman over the whole entire root and the branches. And if this branch is not producing fruit, the Father comes by and snip and cut it off. And these things that fall to the ground over here are to be built up, are to be taken and to be burnt later on, because they could not submit themselves to the branch, which is the king that's connected to the root. None of these branches connect to the root. It is the branch that connects to the root. These trees are an extension of the king. That makes sense. The way that Christianity taught it does not. So the king needs you. I need beats. I need rappers. I need singers. I need anyone who's in the realm of music. Lucifer has tried to get me to sell out many times. It's never happened. There's a reason for that. Because the moment that Lucifer was born, where he took his first breath, I was created. And my atmosphere brought in the flesh, just as the Father said. So I am literally music. And I saw this with my own eyes. Like when Father said my name was music, and it took me straight to Ezekiel chapter 28, I was like, go there. We're going to go there. We're going to go there real quick. And then we're going to end this. We're done. Like, there's no more to say. From this moment on, we just moving forward. We just going to be taking over. That's what this is. This is takeover. The violent take it by having something violence, and the violent take it by force. We're going to take it back with our words. We're going to strike the earth with our words. What the Father said we're going to have, we're going to take it back with our words. We're striking. We're going to find out what the promises are, and we're going to take it back with our words. We're going to say what the Father said. We're not going to say anything opposite. We're going to say what the Father said we can have and what we're going to do. We're going to say it's too hard for us. Nope. We ain't going to say there's giants in the land. Nope. We're going to say that's our land. And Father, you said it's going to happen. Remember us like you said you remember Abana. Remember the covenant. Thou hast been in the Eden, the garden of Yah. Every precious stone was your covering. The sardis, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, and the sapphire, the emerald, the carbuncle, the gold, the workmanship of thy tabrets, and thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that you was created. You are the anointed cherub, that's an angel, that covered, that's an atmosphere. And watch this, the Father says, I gave you that authority, and I have set thee so. So we can see that Lucifer was set over atmospheres. So the moment that he breathed, through these tablets and pipes, came out music. That's who I am. When the Father said, you're music, it took me straight to this verse of scripture right here. It took me through all this right here. Now, notice what it says right here. You was perfect in your ways from the day you was created. That's Lucifer. Till iniquity was found in thee. What did he do? He did something different that caused for iniquity to be found in him. The only way for iniquity to be found into a person is for them to do opposite of what the Father told him to do. He had to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And that's why he led Eve to the same thing that he probably ate from. That's why the father was probably warning him, don't do this. But this is going to be the end result. You will die. The moment he ate from that, he was cut off. Thinking he knew more than the father. Thinking what? I deserve worship more so than you do. But the father gives honor to all the people he uses. But Lucifer already had honor. He wanted more. He wanted to exalt himself higher than the father. He wanted to exalt himself higher than his throne. Hey, give me all information. Send it to me. I'll put out my number right here, 480-291-3637. Hit me up. I'm talking about for serious inquiry. Don't come with no foolishness because I will literally block your number. So those who are serious about music, hit me up. If it's about anything else, I'm going to do this. I'm going to expose you. I'm going to do this. This number is no longer in session. I mean, like, seriously. We done put all this stuff out here for everyone to see. So, oh yeah, go to email. Okay, it's admin at, I got two numbers. Admin at Goshen Black. Let me see if we can write this down so people can see it. All right. Admin at GoshenBlack.com. That is how you reach me for the music. Admin at GoshenBlack.com. Bring all inquiries here. Admin at GoshenBlack.com. You want to do music preparation? Just admin at Goshen Black. Email me over here. Hey, music, King Music. I want to work. Hey, this is what I've done. If you got SoundCloud pages, you want me to come through and check it out. YouTube page, you want me to come check it out. Facebook page, you want to check, Instagram, whatever. Whatever pages you have, I'm coming through. I'm listening for content. I'm listening for the father to give it okay. Like, yeah, I like that. Let's go with it. And I know there's some dope rappers out there. I know there's some dope singers out there. But I want this album to be dope. You understand? I always get the songs copyrighted and whatnot. I always put down the person who actually did what they did. So at this time, if you are a rapper or a singer, I need you to be either assigned already with ASCAP or BMI or something like that. Because when I put the stuff out on CD Baby and whatnot, they're going to want to know that information. Because I don't want to feel like, well, how much did this person contribute? You know, something like that. I have to put all the information down. So when I put the information down, if you're not with BMI and ASCAP, they're not going to be able to like push that song out there. You know what I'm saying? They'll be able to push it out there if you signed up with BMI. So let me show you BMI, okay? For those who may not know BMI. BMI Music. This is what I'm signed with. So I go through BMI, all right? There's many places where people could be actually sweet in a real thing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing something for the father, I'm doing it for real. It's not like no jokey. This is not, you know what I'm saying, sitting in your grandma's basement, you know what I'm saying, no. We doing the real thing. We're gonna do this for the father, we're gonna do it right. Right? So you either with ASCAP or you with BMI. So those who don't know about ASCAP, I think there's another one out there as well. I'm not sure about that one. But I know about ASCAP. These are all music license. So when your music comes up, they say, oh yeah, this person with ASCAP. Okay, cool. CD Baby's going to ask for this information. So if you're not tied on with, I think ASCAP might be, I think it's a cost, it's a fee. I know BMI is free. For the most part, it used to be free. I don't know if it's free now, but I think ASCAP was like $75 to get on. So I always tell people, get on with one of these, because if not, we're going to have problems. So when we do a song together, I'm going to ask you, hey, what's your ASCAP? Hey, what's your BMI? Because I'm going to want your number for that song. Because I want to make sure everyone gets their recognition for every single song that's done. You understand? I'm real with this. So I need you to be real with this too. So my sheep knows and hears my voice. What? And a stranger's voice they will not follow, meaning what? They will not follow the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's what that means. Watch this. My sheep knows, watch this. That's exactly what Adam and Eve did. They followed the stranger's voice, which is the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a stranger they will not follow. So my sheep knows and hears my voice. Very, very, I said to you, he that enters not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way. The same as a thief and a robber. But he that enters by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hears his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. Remember, the Father said that when this angel speaks, it's going to be his voice, but it's going to be the Father speaking through him, right? And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him. So when people come into your inbox saying, hey, don't follow this person because of this, you know what I'm saying? I have a couple people who's been coming in people's inboxes like Corey Cooper, Tremaine, somebody else, coming in people's inboxes saying, who is, you know, this music or brother music or king music, blah, blah, blah. He says he's, you know, saying from Lucifer. Remind them again that didn't Father name, ask them questions like didn't, but they want to say Satan. Didn't he say he from Satan? No, I never said that. Never one time did I say, well, I came from Satan. I said, the Father said that that's why the enemy wants me. Meaning what? He was saying that I came from Lucifer. When Lucifer first took his breath, music came out of him. So watch this. There will be no music on the face of this earth without Lucifer. There's no rap, no country, no R&B, no yodeling, no singing, no none of this without music, without Lucifer. So people got a problem with that. I guarantee. I tell you, the next time when you want to make love to your wife or your husband, something like that, don't have music. Just don't. Just when you're in the car, don't even turn on the radio. Just remove the whole entire dashboard. Just remove the whole entire rail because you don't have anything to do with Lucifer. But the Father named him Lucifer. He became Satan, which means adversary, because of his own ways, by leading to his own understanding. Just like we was Isolele and we leaned to our own understanding. The Father says, I divorce you. I give you a bill of divorcement. We became something else. It's no different. So it's the same thing here. And every one side say, oh, I'm from Satan. No, Satan is the adversary. That is enemy. The Father created Lucifer to be good. You see, he was perfect in all of his ways until iniquity was found in him. That's when he became the adversary. That's when he became Hasatan or Shaitan. Shatani, which is enemy. This is how that sounds. Shatani, enemy. He was not initially that at first. So they're going to try to twist the word of the Father. Remember, my sheep knows and hears my voice, and a stranger voice they would not follow. So when they say, oh, he said he comes from Satan. He's like, no, he didn't. Actually, he said that he came from Lucifer. And did not the Father create Lucifer? Well, Lucifer and Satan's the same thing. No, it's not. Just like the ones when our people even though Isolele was led into the wilderness and they led her to die and their children came out of them, even though they came from their parents, they were not the same people. Unless they did what their people did. The same with us. The Father's still looking at us, giving us an olive branch, saying, hey, come back home. All I want you to do is what? Be obedient to my word. But our people are still being disobedient by doing what they want to do. So they're showing itself to be the same way as old Isolele. We need to show ourselves to be new Isolele by being new wineskins, by doing what the Father tells us to do. Period. That's what Taking As I Am is all about. full of faults and blemishes. Put me in your hand and use me for your services. Whatever it may be, use me as you will. I long for your touch to be saved and healed. So if you don't understand things, just say, Father, help my understanding, but do not lean to your own understanding. Ask him for wisdom and he will give it to you. But don't lean to your own understanding in nothing, because you will mess up. People ain't gonna tell you that. People say, well, take a person at his word. Well, take me as my word. I done gave my testimony. People can go back and listen to my testimony many times over. And they're gonna see that the Messiah went up this way. And when I came to the Father, I came to the Father this way. That right there makes my testimony true because it lines up with the word. Period. I can't make this stuff up. The way the Messiah goes up is the same way the person who's going to be used to continue his work must show up the same way in the business uniform. And I said, I did it and I didn't even think about it. I just said, here I am. I hear all and I accept all. Those are my words. And I said, I don't know why I did it. It's like I stepped before him when I was in his presence, like my hands just went up automatically. I hear all and I accept all. I was like, why am I saying that? And I had no idea. Now I understand because the Messiah went up that way. You look up the scriptures, I see when the Messiah went up, look. And behold, I am sending the promise of my Father upon you, but remain in the city until you have been clothed with power from on high. When the Messiah had led him out as far as Bethany, he lifted up his hands and blessed them. While he was blessing them, he left them and was carried up into heaven. So while he is blessing them, he's leaving them and being carried up into the heaven. Now, is there any witness of this everywhere else? Let's see. Jesus ascends into heaven. Hands raised. Hands raised. It's the testament right here. Why is hands raised? Owned by Yah. So it's the same way I came to the Father. I hear all and I accept all. Coincidence? I think not. Everything's got to be balanced. But remember, when there's much speaking, much words, sin is not lacking. But it doesn't say where there's much speaking of his words, of the Father's words. Sin cannot be where his words is at. It can only be where we are what? Speaking of our own will, of our own mind, of our own reasonings, of our own thoughts, leaning to our own understanding. This brings forth sin. Sin is not like it. So when people say he's not who he say he is, but my testimony is lining up with scriptures, sin is in the midst of that conversation. But guess what? They have to come. So let me look at y'all real quick. Let's make it real. Everyone who says, I'm not leaving him, I'm going to stay right here, I know he's the king, you're going to be tested on those words. Because just as the tree of knowledge of good and evil was in the middle, and the Father tested them, he says, do not eat from this tree. He didn't remove the tree of knowledge of good and evil. He left it right there to see if they would be obedient. He's not going to make you do it. You still have to choose what he said do. And this is what makes you his sheep or either his calf. Like, a red bull. That's what it was. We made a bull, a golden calf. So, everyone who said, I'm not going to leave him, the Father's all right, I'm going to test them on that. They're going to bring forth convincing evidence against me. To see what? Now Father was like, okay, now what you going to do? I had someone call me today, and he had to apologize. He's like, look, people have been in my inbox. I'm rocking with you. He said, but I ain't gonna lie to you. He said, when they was telling me, I opened my ear up to what they were saying. And I was starting to think, so I was starting to doubt a little bit. And then we start talking on the phone, we start bringing forth all this stuff, information. He's like, how in the world could you make any of this stuff up? You can't. The Father tested this person to see what they're resilient. Whatever you have said, so everyone don't be so quick. Say, I'm gonna stay right there and go do nothing. Because the Father is going to allow the enemy to test you on it. Just saying. And I've seen many people get tested on it and they end up walking away. I'm not moved either one way or another because I know what it is. Because I've already said too, I'm being tested as well. I said, if everyone walks away, I said what? I will still be right here doing what I said I would do. So I'm being tested too. Because I put those words out there. If everyone leaves, then what he's coming for root people. People who've been following for the last 3 years. People just walking away. Other people who've been here for 3 years, they're still staying put. Like, dude, this is where our tent is at. We ain't going nowhere. We already know. We done seen too much to walk away. And the ones I thought that would not go away, some of them have strayed away. Just saying it's just what it is. But I can't be moved by it either way or another. I know what's been given to me. So now either I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna stop doing what I'm doing because people walking away. Then I'm fake. And now I have denied the Father. That cannot happen. I have to stay my course, regardless if there's a soul here or not. My Beatles will still be here, ready. No one will better say, well, he stopped doing this. No. Whether it's people here or not, I must still do what the Father told me to do. Because I said out my mouth, Father, if you take away every single person, I will still be obedient and do what you told me to do. Because I know one day enough, they're going to come around. They are. People gonna come around, they're gonna come into these videos and be like, dude, he's been telling the truth from day one. He has not stopped. His testimony is the same. It has not changed. It might seem strange, it might seem weird, but it's the same. But then when they come here, they're gonna find some things here. They're gonna find some different nuggets, some different jewels here, and be like, wait a minute, how in the world could a person be this fake? But then the Father every single time always gives them something new. It's stuff we done heard before, but then he gives you a whole nother aspect of it, which blows your mind, like the rap thing. Who in the world would ever thought that rap will be used as to strike the earth, smite the earth? That's something new. So, all praises, man. All praises to my Father. That's how they're not zombie. Just stay strong, man. That if you look at the iPhone, Apple has the biggest subliminal with the apple being big. Exactly. The tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? Bite into knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So take a bite out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I usually have a problem with it says awaken. The world is calling the awaken. The Father's not calling awaken. He says they're dead. Awaken signifies you're alive. We're dead. He said, I must breathe into you. He says, the body is here. So the same thing as he created Adam. Adam is here. The whole body is here. And he says, he breathed into Adam's nostrils. Truly. And man became a living soul. That's the same thing with Isolele. So we have a body, which is what? The Messiah. You are, he said, I'm the body, and you are what? The body is made of many members. But what is the body without breath? Nothing. It's still dead. That's exactly what we see as Ezekiel. The body parts should come together. The Messiah says, to him who continues in my work. So the body work is here. It has no breath. So the breath must come and breathe. And angels are called wind, which is breath. I will send my breath ahead of you. I will send my angel. Do not defy the breath, for it will not forgive transgressions. But if you will listen to the breath, then your enemies will become my enemies. Your foes will become my foes. Why? Because now you are living unto him. Don't defy the breath. The Messiah is the body. So literally, wherever you are, I'm there. Wherever I am, you are there. The body and the breath working hand in hand together. Without breath, the body is still dead. You can't just, there's no other way of explaining that. It is what it is. The Messiah will tell you all day, this is my body, which is broken up for you. To him who continues in my work, Revelation chapter 2. Breath. Come on, breath. Ezekiel, speak to the four winds and cause for the breath to be breathed upon these slain. And when the breath went in, he said, I will cause for my breath to enter into you, and then you shall live. If you heed the words of my angel, your enemies will become my enemies. Your foe will become my foe, which is the same thing. When I breathe into you, you will stand up a great gathering, a great army. Meaning what? You taking heed. Man shall not live. Man shall not breathe. Man shall not take his first breath. Man cannot live without the breath of Yah. The words of Yah comes from the breath. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that's breath that proceeds from the mouth of Yah. If you listen to his voice in everything that I say, one day somebody's gonna catch it. They're gonna be like, dude, he been here the whole entire time. That's the breath of Yah right there. We had no idea. He just been saying it the whole entire time. Son, your atmosphere brought in the flesh. What the Father told me that day was, son, you're the breath. People can believe that they want to. Just like the Messiah said, hey, if you can receive it, Elijah has already come. So I'm saying the same thing. If you can receive it, I'm the breath that Ezekiel was talking about that's supposed to be breathed into the body of the Messiah, to bring forth life to you. If you would just listen and do what I say, you will rise up. Everything will turn around like that. If you simply believe. If I told you the perfect plan, would you follow it to the T? Or would you make things up as you went along? Because many things are hard to believe. He said he's the breath. It's hard to believe. He said he came from Lucifer. It's hard to believe. Now, I know you're going to get tired. I know most time expires. Many people going to die. I know what you don't know. I just need you to carry on because I know. Father says, I don't have any enemies. So they're not my enemies. They're your enemies. I've already been sealed. I've seen it. I said it with my own mouth. I'm sealed. I see the seal of Yah. So I don't have any enemies. I'm already a citizen of the kingdom. The ones who are teaching against me are not even a citizen of the kingdom. Because I've already shown that the Father reigns through me, speaks through me. So anyone speaking against me don't have his spirit. Period. And the Father's not going to speak against the king ever, because he chooses the king. We don't choose him. He does. And I've shown many things of showing who I am. Now it's up to you to make your decision, because they're going to come. They might come in your inbox. They might come with a video. They're going to come with whatever to try to show you something. Well, I taught him everything he knows. So let's put that to the test real quick. So you'll see something in the video that says, oh, December 23rd, 2019, I showed him this. And he'll say, oh, I showed him the Promise to Bless videos. No, he didn't. But when I brought up Promise to Bless, he said, I've seen Promise to Bless videos many years ago. And he said, well, many people thought I was Promise to Bless. That was on a debate that I was doing with Ron Shields when I was showing for the counter. And that was the only time when someone has said it. Not many people said it, but it's only one person. And the one person who actually said it, let me show you the person who said it, who thought it was Promise to Bless. See, It says a person's witness seems to be true until another person cross-examines him. Then once he is cross-examined, people got a choice to make at that moment. Now, so let me show you the person who said he thought he was promised to bless because he said he had some things he wanted to show him. Let's bring it out, shall we? His name is, it starts with a T. Oh, there it is right there. Here. This one. He thought he was promised to bless only for one reason. Because he wanted to show him some things. He was about to ask him, he said, are you promised to bless? There was only one person who asked that, not everybody else. But he'll make it seem like a whole gang of people asked him. Nope. One person thought he was promised blessed. Why? Because look, you can see that he's into the timeline. Now, it's a part where this man said that, hey, he was looking at my videos or looking at what I was talking about. And he even has given me props saying like, hey, you know, Lepshel Tehillim Aryeh said these words. And guess what? What he said has happened. It came true. He said, now why haven't all these so-called prophets gotten these things right? Let me see if I can find that. Let's bring out these testimonies, shall we? Since people want to bring out testimonies to see, like, we're going to bring out witnesses. Let's bring them out. Or y'all can go here and check this stuff out yourself. It is what it is. Y'all can become friends with him and go to his page and look at his years. I ain't got to lie about nothing at all because I don't get nothing from it at all. So that would be from what? Probably 2019, even from 2020. He keeps the timeline. He keeps a different timeline. He been doing this thing for a long time. But I brought out the vernal equinox. I've been bringing it out. He said, you know what? Lepshel Tehillim has a point. I was looking at things from a different standpoint. It's a lot in here. I don't know if we got time for it, but I'm just telling you. I don't have to lie about nothing. And then you can go, I can take you straight to the video where they said, are you promised to bless? And it was him who asked the question. Why? You can see now, because he does these things. He's got some things, some coordinates that I want to show him. That's why he said it. But it was only one person who said it. He make it seem like it was a whole slew of people who asked that question. Nope, there's only one. Him. What's good? You know what I'm saying? I'm always bringing it out. As you can see, that's all he does is the timeline. That's all he does. He don't post nothing else really. He might post to him eating food or working out, but that's it. Let me see. I wish I can go into his years. Like this is gonna take forever. Forever? Can you say forever? But y'all can go into here. Let me see. Post. Dang it, man. About okay, mention. Let me see mentions. Yeah, let me see that. So mentions. All right, so we got bloodline right here. It's going to put him here. So we got that one. There he is. So let's put in Lepshel. Let me go on. Let me sign out of Bantu and let's put in Lepshel. Let's get in with Lepshel. Let's do that. Switch accounts. There we go. Let's do that one. Let's go back here and do it with Lepshel. Let's bring this stuff out, shall we? All right, now let's go to. Wow, where the mentions go? Where the mentions go? Y'all seen mentions with Bantu. Where's the mentions at now? You serious? Y'all see how it disappeared? Mentions left. It had mentions earlier. Now it's gone. Completely gone. Like they don't want me to find it. It was mentions up here earlier. Remember, we had just seen it. Mentions was up here. Wow. Dude, I'm telling you, they don't ever make nothing easy. Ever, ever, ever easy. It's never easy. Never. Never easy. Because if I put in mentions, it's gonna bring up all the stuff I done said and all the stuff he done mentioned me in. It's gonna bring it up. Easy. But now they won't even bring it up. Wow. Dude, that's crazy. That is just, that's bananas. So fine, let me see if I can find it on mine. Woo, wow, I don't even have it mentioned on my page either. This is crazy. I told you, this is the page right here that they hate this page with a passion. They hate this page. This page has seen so much. This page was put in jail for like 6 to 7 months. After posting, look at the account status. Account restriction will show here. So this page is not restricted, finally, right? This page is always getting restricted. So I don't show you where I can go to and find the different answers y'all looking for. As I can see, they're trying to make it hard for me to go find it. It was easy first with the Bantu blood. But here, now they're trying to make it super duper hard for me to even find where I'm even mentioning it. Left Shelter Healing is not even mentioned. You know what I'm saying? You can't even find it. So, let me see filters. Let's see if I can find it with filters. Let's look for years 2019. Let's do that. What month would it be? May. I think it would be May 20 or something. I said something. Was it Yasha or was it this one? Because he said this dude said this and it happened. He said, why can these prophets discuss that? Shout out to my bro right here who be doing this all the time. Right? Let me see if I can find it. Done it. I'm telling you, I can take time and do it, get it done. You'll see it. If I take the time to do it, I probably can do it, but it's gonna be, as you can see, as time goes on, you get pushed all the way back down to the bottom. But you can see everything I said and what he posted on his page as a witness to what I said. Like what he said has happened. And he gives props on his page to what I said. It's a lot of stuff in here. I remember I said May 23rd or something like that, like it was gonna be nation against nation. And he's like, he reposted what I said. I think it was off of Yashayahu though. I think it was Yashayahu's page that said it. There's just a lot in here. But this is where it's at. You know where I find it at, right? Y'all can come in here, y'all can dig through, just start digging. Just start digging it. For you, it might give you a mention. For me, it ain't gonna give you no mention because it'll be too easy for me to find. They're not gonna give that to me. All right. So y'all have homework to do. Either it's gonna be on the Yashayahu page or it's gonna be on Left Ship. But y'all can go through, search from 2019, 2020, and see what other people have posted that I've said and see what happened on those days. It's up to you. Now, it says the rod will strike the earth with the breath of his lips. So that means the person who's the rod is going to be speaking some things, not just posting things, but saying. If you're a person who don't really speak a lot, how can you be the rod? Just saying. So none of that makes sense at all. We just got through seeing that rod is rap. So you're like an artist or a musician, or you would have the name probably like Heart of Psalms, or you know what I'm saying? You would have to tie in with something with King David. King David did music, so the Father would give you the name like music to literally stamp you as the branch. This makes sense, right? So I love y'all much. Remember again, like I said, truth is not bias. It's absolute, right? So if y'all got questions or anything, just take it to, like I said, the admin at Goshen Black. Also, you can reach me at truthcolors12@gmail.com. Let me write that in for y'all for those who have concerns and all that good stuff. Let's start hitting this thing head on. Truthcolors12@gmail.com. Right there. For those who got, some concerns about what's going on here, concerning with Truth Colors. So bring your Truth Colors information here. Hey, I got a question about this, question about that. If I know it, I'll answer it. If I don't, I will tell you quickly. I don't know. So don't expect me to just know everything. I'm only going to say what the Father gives me to say. So do not expect me to go off the dome of my head and lean to my own understanding in anything. If I don't know it, so don't be like, well, you supposed to know this. It never says that. It says that that the spirit of Yah will be upon him, and he will make him of a quick understanding. Meaning he ain't gonna understand everything, but the Father will make him a quick understanding as he needs to know those things that he needs to know. Right now, so this is for true color questions. The other one that I put out here earlier is for the music part. You know what I'm saying? So, admin at Goshen Black, like I put up here earlier. Admin at Goshen Black. This is for the music part, for those who are able to sing, and this is for the music part. So do not send your music stuff to Truth Colors, because there's gonna be somebody probably in the bunch that probably do it. Just please don't do that. Send your music stuff here. Admin at Goshen Black. Hey, I know how to sing, I know how to rap. This is my SoundCloud, all that stuff, send it here. The Truth Colors, that is for the answering the questions or different things or findings that you might have found, blah, 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 that you might feel might be good. And I'm like, hey, don't be shocked if I ask you to come on Truth Colors and actually be able to bring up your information. Like, hey, will you be willing to come on Truth Colors and bring this stuff out? I'll give the floor to you. So I'll be like, hey, we'll be on Truth Colors, but then I'll give you the floor where you actually be able to share your screen and show forth what is you're talking about. If you have a phone, you'll be able to sit there and talk about, well, I found this out, and I'll be right here. If you say, go to this page, go to that one, I'll be going there. Like, all right, go to this verse, go to that, I'll be right there doing it. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to come on Truth Colors, hit us up on truthcolors12@gmail.com, and we will start bringing people in. Thank you for those who are posting, the admin at goshenblack.com. I appreciate that. Again, I pray that y'all was all enlightened. Understand my words ain't gonna be always smooth. So those who are looking for smooth words, this is not the church. Okay, we're gonna hit. So people like, he's coming at his brother. And he come to bring peace, they came to bring a sword. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm finishing or completing or continuing the work, he didn't come to bring a peace, he came to bring a sword. And then until peace is amongst our people, the swords will continue to keep coming. That's what the rap music is. It's the sword that's coming, dividing this up, dividing that up, and the Father's doing it through music. All right, I love y'all much again. Like I said, truth is not biased, it's absolute. King out.